So, Satou Sabally, she is arguably the best free agent available. Honestly, no, like she is the best realistic free agent available. The WNBA community is on fire with speculation as Satou Sabally appears to be hinting at a possible move to the Indiana Fever. Sabally, back over, Christy Wallace and Satou Sabally. Her recent activity on social media liking posts from the Fever's accounts and engaging with fan-created graphics of her in a Fever jersey has fueled rumors that the young star might be on the verge of leaving the Dallas Wings. For her is that she still knows that there's a community of women around her that want her to succeed. Not everyone wants someone to fail, because if you want someone to fail, like you're jealous. You're not great if you want someone else to fail, because you can't prove your own great. While nothing has been confirmed, this has sparked a wave of reactions from fans and journalists alike, with some celebrating the idea of her revitalizing the Fever and others questioning if now is the right time for such a move. Like she is just constantly liking posts. She's constantly liking posts about going to Indiana. Like she's not liking any posts about the Chicago Sky. There are equally as many people, Sky fans, commenting go to Chicago, and she's not doing that. She's only going to Indiana. Like she's not going to be going to, she's only going to Indiana. She's only liking posts about going to Indiana. I gotta say, like it's an interesting way of using Instagram to try to force your way to a place, but I do think that she gets court. Amid the swirling rumors, WNBA legend Diana Taurasi's perspective on the situation has become a talking point. With a trophy-laden career that spans championships and MVP awards, Taurasi's success has been built on loyalty, resilience, and a commitment to long-term team building. She's capable of making it, but there's just something very special about this 50-50 ball. Taurasi, from half court, catching it in. Many speculate that she might view Sabally's potential move through the lens of her own experience sticking with the Phoenix Mercury for her entire career and finding success by weathering challenges instead of seeking greener pastures. That shot goes up, do your job, get down there, see if you can make a play underneath the basket to have those extra possessions solidly left alone, and she delivers with a three. The Fever, on the other hand, represents an appealing opportunity for Sabally after years of struggle. The team is showing signs of promise, with young talent like Aaliyah Boston and Anib, overhauled coaching staff. Sabally's arrival could bring immediate leadership and star power to a team that's hungry for success. However, with her still under contract with the Dallas Wings, any move would involve significant negotiations, and the Wings would likely demand a substantial return for a player of her caliber. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, it just takes one player. That is the 11th lead change, and Sabally gives us our 9th tie. Fans are split on the situation. Some see Sabally as the missing piece in Indiana's rebuild, while others believe she should stay with Dallas to continue forging her legacy. While Taurasi hasn't made any public statements, it's easy to imagine her championing the importance of building something lasting within a single franchise, a principle that has defined her storied career. As the rumor mill churns, one thing is certain: whether Sabally stays or makes the leap to the Fever, her next move will shape the WNBA landscape for years to come. For now, fans will have to wait and watch, hoping for clarity amidst the intrigue. Satou Sabally's recent social media activity suggests that she may be considering a move to the Indiana Fever, liking the team's posts and engaging with fan-created graphics of her NA Fever jersey might not seem like much, but in the WNBA world, it's a strong signal of interest. For Sabally, the Fever present an enticing opportunity to be part of something transformative, a young, ambitious team on the rise. The Indiana Fever are in the midst of an exciting rebuild. After years of being at the bottom of the WNBA standings, the team has started to turn things around with promising young talent and a renewed focus on creating a winning culture. At the center of this resurgence is Aaliyah Boston, the 2023 No. 1 overall draft pick, whose dominant presence in the paint has already made her one of the league's most promising stars. Beyond Boston, the Fever have a core of young, versatile players like Nalissa Smith and Lexi Hull, complemented by veterans who provide stability. Their new coaching staff, led by Stephanie White, is implementing a fresh system that prioritizes fast-paced, positionless basketball, exactly the type of game where a player like Sabally thrives. For Sabally, the Fever represent a chance to step into a leadership role while still playing alongside young talent that can grow into a championship-caliber team. Satou Sabally's game is built on versatility, skill, and creativity, making her a perfect fit for Indiana's style of play. As a 6 feet 4 inches forward with guard-like skills, Sabally can stretch the floor with her three-point shooting, attack the rim with finesse, and create scoring opportunities for her teammates. With her playmaking ability, her basketball IQ and adaptability allow her excel in multiple positions, making her a valuable asset for a team looking to maximize its offensive and defensive flexibility. Sabally would complement Aaliyah Boston by drawing defenders out of the paint with her ability to shoot from the perimeter. This spacing would give Boston more room to operate inside, where she's most effective, plus Sabally's ball handling and court vision would make her an excellent facilitator in transition, helping the Fever capitalize on their speed and athleticism. Sabally's length and mobility make her an asset on switches, where she can guard multiple positions. Pairing her with Boston creates a formidable defensive duo capable of protecting the rim and disrupting passing lanes. Boston's dominance in the post is a perfect match for Sabally's perimeter-oriented game. The two could develop a dynamic inside-out duo, forcing defenses to pick their poison. Boston would benefit from Sabally's playmaking, as she could receive better entry passes and kickouts for open looks. Nalissa Smith, another athletic forward, shares a similar versatility with Sabally. Together, they could form a dynamic frontcourt capable of playing multiple styles, whether it's pounding the paint or running the floor in transition. And as one of the Fever's most consistent scorers, Kelsey Mitchell would benefit from Sabally's ability to draw defenders and create space. Sabally's passing ability would provide Mitchell with more open looks, especially from beyond the arc. Sabally's experience as an all-star would make her a valuable mentor for Indiana's younger players. Her work ethic and on-court leadership could help accelerate the development of rising stars like Lexi Hull and Grace Berger. Indiana's new system under Stephanie White emphasizes movement, pace, and positionless basketball. Sabally's skill set aligns perfectly with this philosophy. Her ability to create her own shot, facilitate offense, and defend multiple positions would make her a cornerstone of this evolving system. Moreover, her arrival would signal to the league that the Fever are serious about contending in the near future, making Indiana an attractive destination for future free agents. For Sabally, joining the Fever would allow her to step out of the shadow of Dallas' other stars and establish herself as the face of a franchise. She would have the chance to lead a young, talented team and grow alongside them into a legitimate contender. For the Fever, adding Sabally would fill a critical gap of versatile forward who can do it all and elevate their rebuild to the next level. This potential partnership feels like a natural fit, and if the Fever can make the right moves to acquire Sabally, it could mark the beginning of a new era for Indiana basketball. Satou Sabally's potential arrival in Indiana would bring a seismic shift to the Fever's roster dynamics. While the young team has shown promise, integrating a star like Sabally would require adjustments from the current players. The Fever's roster is loaded with talent, but to accommodate Sabally's skill set and maximize her impact, a few players may need to adjust their roles or step aside. Let's take a closer look at these key players and why they might need to make room for Sabally. Sabally's superior ball handling and playmaking ability make her the more natural fit than Nalissa Smith for a focal point in Indiana's offense. For Smith, this means adapting to more of, if you like the video, then subscribe to the channel complimentary role. She could focus on becoming a dominant off-ball scorer and rebounding machine, which would allow Sabally to orchestrate the offense. Smith's athleticism and defensive prowess could shine even brighter if she's freed from the responsibility of being a primary offensive option. Victoria Vivians has been a steady contributor for the Fever, but her role could become more. While limited with Sabally in the lineup, Sabally's ability to play multiple positions, including on the wing, means Vivians might see reduced minutes or be moved into a bench role. Vivian's three-point shooting and defensive versatility remain valuable, but she'll need to embrace a role as a spark plug off the bench. Her willingness to adapt could make her a key piece in a deep rotation, particularly as a floor spacer who benefits from Sabally's playmaking. Emma Cannon has brought experience and toughness to the Fever, often serving as a stabilizing force for the young team. However, her more traditional style of play might not align as seamlessly with a fast-paced, positionless system the Fever are building. The Fever's Sabally takes over forward spot, but Her leadership and physicality could still be invaluable in situational matchups. If she embraces a mentoring role, Cannon could help guide the Fever's young core while still contributing when called upon. Lexi Hull is one of Indiana's most intriguing young players, known for her hustle, defense, and potential as a two-way guard. While she's primarily a backcourt player, Sabally's rival could push Hull into a more specialized role. Hull might find herself focusing more on her defensive assignments and developing her outside shooting to complement Sabally's ability to drive and dish. As a younger player, Hull has the opportunity to learn from Sabally and grow into a critical piece of the Fever's future alongside her. However, even Mitchell might need to adjust slightly to accommodate Sabally's arrival. With Sabally's playmaking abilities, Mitchell could benefit from playing more off the ball, allowing her to focus on what she does best, scoring. Mitchell's chemistry with Sabally will be key to the Fever's success. If the two can form a dynamic partnership, Indiana's offense could reach new heights. Mitchell's leadership and ability to adapt will set the tone for the entire team. Making space for Sabally isn't about sidelining current players, it's about elevating the entire team. Sabally's arrival would push the Fever's roster to reach its full potential by demanding that players refine their skills, embrace new roles, and work together in a system designed for success. Players like Smith, Vivians, Cannon, Hull, and Mitchell all have unique strengths that can complement Sabally's game. By finding the right balance, the Fever could create a roster that's greater than the sum of its parts, positioning themselves as a legitimate contender in the WNBA of Caitlin. If Diana Taurasi were to analyze the Indiana Fever's roster with her championship mindset, she would likely focus on the bigger picture, creating a team capable of winning it all. From that perspective, Taurasi might advocate for the Fever to part ways with players who either don't complement Satou Sabally's skill set or whose impact could be replaced by Sabally's dynamic abilities. Victoria Vivians could be the player Taurasi sees as the most logical to leave the Fever room for Sabally. While Vivians has been a reliable wing option for Indiana, her game lacks the versatility and star power that Sabally brings. Vivian's primary strength is her three-point shooting, but she has struggled with consistency and hasn't shown the same ability to create her own shot or facilitate for teammates. From Taurasi's point of view, Sabally's ability to play multiple positions, handle the ball, and create opportunities for others would make Vivians expendable. Plus, Sabally's length and defensive versatility could provide everything Vivians offers on defense, if not more. Wow, also adding a new level of offensive creativity. Emma Cannon might also fall under Taurasi's scrutiny as a player whose role could be diminished with Sabally on the team. Cannon provides toughness and rebounding, but her traditional post play doesn't align as well with the Fever's modern, positionless approach. Taurasi might argue that Sabally's ability to stretch the floor, defend multiple positions, and rebound effectively makes Cannon's contributions redundant. While Cannon's veteran presence is valuable, Taurasi could see the long-term upside of Sabally as worth prioritizing over a player whose ceiling is already established. Taurasi's career has been built on surrounding herself with players who elevate the game, push the pace, and make teams harder to defend. She would likely view Sabally as a transformative player who could redefine what the Fever are capable of achieving. 2. Taurasi, players like Vivians and Cannon, while solid contributors, might not possess the game-changing qualities needed to take Indiana from a rebuilding team to a true contender. Playing off the ball is just as important as having the ball in your hands the whole game. Oh no, please don't tell me you got hurt. No, come on, she's fine, walk it off. What does your dad always say? If you can walk, it's fine? First person through a team. Oh yeah, that's a flagrant right there. Do they not have that in the college game? I guess not. In Taurasi's championship mindset, the Fever's priority would be to maximize their talent. If parting ways with a player or two is what it takes to bring in a versatile star like Sabally, she'd likely see it as a necessary sacrifice for the greater good. The Indiana Fever are in a critical stage of their rebuild, and the loss of Temi Fagbentel has left a significant gap in their roster. Known for her defensive tenacity, rebounding ability, and veteran leadership, Fagbentel provided a stabilizing presence on the court and in the locker room. With her absence, the Fever are now tasked with finding a strong addition to not only fill the void but also elevate the team's competitive edge in the WNBA. Howard scored. Such a getting and subscribe my YouTube channel.